Hello and welcome back to another Grand Cross Age of Titans video. In today's video, I think this one's going to be one of my favorite ones to make because I have been working on these marches for such a long time. And obviously by the title, this is going to be the best hero investment order for bombers. Now, I would do one for archers, and I might actually end up doing one if I'm kind of low on content or something, but they pretty much go hand in hand at this point. But obviously bombers are the upgraded version of the archer, and they are just absolute units on the field, right? So the attack is insane, defense, health, the range, the marching speed, and of course the combat power is still at 10. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Obviously we have had quite a few new heroes added, 4 to be specific. And Mimir and Thor, as of right now, I'm going to leave them alone just primarily because I don't know what they're going to be yet. We don't have them in order to test, but some of the other ones that I have been testing. So let's go ahead and take a look. So this might be a little bit different because we are now in Season 2. As you can tell up here, it does say Season 2 underneath Thor. So I'm going to talk about Season 1 first. Well, I mean, I guess I can do the Season 2. I've been kind of testing her out a little bit, and as of right now, a 5554 Lumi is absolutely nuts. So obviously she's going to be one of the first ones that I would recommend to invest in just because of how crazy her actual kit and her build is. The skill damage is nice, troop damage increase. She's also very versatile. She's good in a Titan, and her attack is increased. She has a 20% additional chance, and then the basic attack damage of up to 30%. And then, as always, when we went through this before, we get an additional 400% of attack when the enemy troop is cavalry. So that is just absolutely crazy. I don't know if that's going to specifically work on her when she is put into a bomber march because her thing is archer, but I would imagine so. So that's what we kind of know about Lumi right now. As soon as I know, I'll do a more specific video just in depth on Lumi. But for the time being, let's just keep on going. And sorry. Obviously, Belly is another one of those heroes who is just super versatile, and he is absolutely amazing in the open field as a bomber march. So he would be my second choice, where Alicia would definitely be the first. I have talked a lot of smack on Alicia just because she drives me crazy. I don't know why. There's just no words. She's just such a beast on the open field that is absolutely incredible. So Belly Alicia is definitely one of the strongest, if not the strongest, bomber march out on the field right now. It might change a little bit depending on where Lumi comes into play, but as always, she's just going to be a complete tank. Next, we're going to move down. I don't know if you guys are going to have heroes like Lust and Riza, but those two are both very high up on this list, especially Lust for bomber marches. They are just incredible. But in the case that we do not get any Full Metal Alchemist collaborations in the newer servers, or maybe they'll just release them on their own in their own little special thing, but both of those are also very, very powerful. So let's go ahead and keep going down. Ivan is another legendary hero that is surprisingly very good in a bomber march. I don't particularly have him worked yet, so I'd imagine someone else in the comments can let us know. But he would be down a little bit further on the list, just behind Melody. I don't know how I forgot her. I use her in, technically I put her with Riza right now, but I'd imagine there is something that you can split up Melody and Ivan with some of the uniques that I will talk about in a second, but Melody is also super amazing out in the open field as a bomber march. So a lot of players go 3, 4, sometimes even 5 bomber marches. A lot of the whales and the krakens will do that, and it's just some of the most incredible stuff I have ever seen. So now that we're going to get into some of the uniques, Jang is a really, really, really good unique for archers. Obviously, he has that support tree. His build is pretty darn nice too. Skill damage, damage dealt decrease, archer attack increase, ranged basic attack damage decrease, basic attack damage increase, and then of course his awakened skill being the increased skill damage commanded by Jang. So Jang would have to be primary in that scenario. Another very good one is Finn. He's going to add a little bit of speed to it, still having the Archer March here, so it does work on the bombers. Next, if we take a look at Hiei, I don't know if I would particularly use Hiei with bombers. I've personally never done it, which is kind of odd because I have used Hiei in rallies as a primary before, but at this stage we have more heroes that work a little bit better in different scenarios. So I wouldn't particularly use her. I wouldn't use Helena either. And specifically, once again, because she's a hunt, I know some of the heroes in this game, even if they say that they're hunt, they might be a little bit better out in the open field for X, Y, or Z. But personally, I would not use her at all. And then I know I'm just going to take a look at Ara here real quick. Obviously, she's one of the new commanders. I already have her awakened. I will test her out eventually. Heimosu. She has more or less a station attribute. Let me take a look at her stuff here. Skill damage is okay. Chance additional damage is 250%. So, no. I mean, if you just need a filler, I guess Heimosu is okay. But there are definitely better options out there. Kamatachi is an archer and attack. He would probably be one of the better options, definitely. Especially since he is full with the archer in the attack portion. He has 200% skill damage, 15% defense, and 20% counter damage, 10% archer type affinity damage increase. He has archer type attack, and then of course his awakened is 10% chance to heal some wounded. And then obviously the rest of them aren't even worth talking about. Maybe Thor might be pretty darn good eventually. I don't know if she's specifically going to be better for primary, secondary, what her actual role is going to be. But as we're guessing right now, she's just going to be an absolute menace on the field. So I guess we will go ahead and take a look at that. Just to put it into perspective for you guys, if I go into one of my multi-sets, obviously I have Lust and Belly as one, and then Reset and Meliby for another. Another couple combinations I have is Meliby, Lumi, Riza, Alicia, Belly, Lust. So all those are pretty darn good combinations. If I wanted to take this out, I'll probably put Belly, Alicia together, and then Ivan, and then maybe someone like Jang, or maybe another decent one out there on the field. Might be, you know, Jang and Finn, or not, sorry, Ivan and Finn, Ivan and Jang. Even try Ivan and Hiei. Maybe someone else will have a different, I guess, view of what you would. I'd imagine Kamatachi would be okay as well. I don't particularly use all that because I'm super versatile, as you can tell here, just in my tiers. Just slowly recovering from everything else, and the fact that I only that I don't have that 40,000 on there kind of drives me a little bit nuts. But I'm still missing one. I don't know where that one went, but that is that. So as always, if you have any different opinions on there, I'm always super excited to read all the comments down below. I hope everyone has a great night or day wherever you are in the world. I will catch you all in the next video. As you can tell, we are 48 hours away from entering into KVK. I do plan to go live when that happens. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. And then I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.